We're live.
Greetings and welcome to No One Lives Forever, episode 14 of Something in the Dark. I am your host and game master, Aaron. Something in the Dark is an actual play of Mutants and Masterminds, the world's greatest superhero RPG from Green Ronin Publishing, using concepts and themes from the Supernatural Handbook, and is set within the connected version of Earth Prime that can be seen in many other offerings from the Untold Stories project. Mutants and Masterminds is a D20 based system which allows players and GMs to create stories featuring all of the greatest heroes of their imagination. It's flexible enough to handle most superheroic shenanigans, complex enough to handle those really weird situations, but simple enough to be easy to play. One of the things that I love about this game is its inclusion of hero points. Now, these allow our heroes to re-roll a die, take an extra action, recover from a dangerous condition, or use their powers in new and creative ways. Our heroes each get to start with one of these hero points, and they can get additional points for good role-playing, funny jokes, less than funny jokes, clever decisions, really stupid decisions that are in character, or for me using their weaknesses against them. They can also get hero points by your generosity. If you subscribe, renew a subscription, or donate bits to our stream, you will generate a hero point that can be given to the player of your choice. Player of your choice. Don't give them to me. I don't need them. But we are a small but growing streaming network. All of those likes, follows, and subscribes help keep us visible and growing and paying our bills. Now, a quick word of warning. Unlike some of our other shows and streams, this show is rated M for mature. While it deals with superheroes and it is set on Earth Prime, this is intended as a horror stream. On this show, we will be dealing with issues of mental health, body horror, kidnapping, torture, murder, drug use, and similarly adult topics. The show is not suitable for younger audiences and may be triggering to some adults. In addition, while this show does mostly take place in the city of New Orleans, and we have stolen liberally from the real world version, our Earth Prime version may be slightly different in terms of names and places. A final note, we have a partnership with Norse Foundry Dice, and through that partnership, all of our viewers can get 10% off any purchase from Norse Foundry by using the code USP Norse with no space on their website. We are coming up on we're at well past the holidays. I should actually think about not just read blindly. We're past the holidays, which means you've got money burning in a hole in your pocket and you should go buy yourself shiny new dice.
True.
So with that out of the way, let's meet our players for tonight, shall we? Say immortality, heroes.
Immortality. Heroes.
Heroes.
I can't die.
You can die inside.
That sounds like a challenge to your GM. Heroes, let's go ahead and have you introduce yourselves. Tell us your name, who you are playing, where else our listeners can find you, and answer our question of the week, which is, in your character's opinion, what would be a fate worse than death? And we are gonna start with Brandon.
Hi, my name is Brandon. I am playing our mythological pair, Orpheus and Eurydice. And, I mean, gee, a fate worse than death. I mean, somehow I think a fate worse than death might be going down to the underworld to rescue your wife, coming back and being successful only to find out that you have failed because of a loophole and then having to live without her. I don't know why they would think that, but that seems to be an idea that they have at the forefront of their mind.
If I could play Hades Advocate real quick, you were given very simple instructions to follow, and you did not.
No,
I
you
was
may not play Hades Advocate.
Not on this stream. Do it on your own stream.
He said, "Don't look backwards. Don't look backwards till you get out," and she gets out.
That may be Hades in our Earth, but in the Uspeptu, there was a loophole, and he took advantage of ambiguous language.
That seems like a very specific fear.
Yes.
And I will pass it to the Deuce.
Holy crap, that's me. Hey, everybody, I'm the Deuce. I am the Goosebumps to Kevin's Stephen King of the Untold Stories Project. Oh, that one looks like it hurt Aaron Morse. I am playing Larry, the mild-mannered priest, and his dark passenger Babel. To answer today's question of the day, Larry often feels that perhaps giving in or perhaps realizing he might like it more than he wants to let on is probably a fate worse than death. But Babel's true fate worse than death is being forgotten. There is nothing worse than going unremembered. So with that, laying it on heavy, let's go to Aunt Puppy.
Hi, I'm Aunt Puppy. I play Professor Carrie Daffodil Carrie Pembroke. Forgot her name. And to answer the question of the day, I think Carrie's fear would be very similar to Spider-Man in No Way Home. I think it's No Way Home, right? The third one?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So where everybody has to forget who he is, but he is still aware of everybody and his connection with all of them. I think her being so close with her family, she would not want it to be that she was just kind of that no one remembered who she was. Even though she was still there. I don't think she'd care if she were forgotten. I think it's more of a fear of that she has to watch everybody not remember her, I think is her big fear. And so with that, I will pass it to Wiki.
Hi, I'm Wiki. I play Harper Graves, our resident unpleasant stabby person, our resident feral cat. And she would probably tell you that fuck you, she's living that right now. And I will pass it to Jimmy.
Hi, I'm Jemmy. I will be playing the magnificent mystical master mage of map, magic, and music, also known as Muse or Micah. Surprised I got that down still without having my sheet in front of me. Resident person who uses too many words apparently. To answer the question, I didn't really have a good definitive answer, but I mean, I think what I would probably tie to, because it is one of the complications in Muse's backstory, is mostly being like, I'm just gonna say forced to relive every mistake they've made that they want to go back on. Because, like, without that ability to, just to see yourself make the same mistake over and over again and not be able to change anything. Just because they really do want to help people where they can, so, it'd be kind of miserable. I lost track. Alex, have you gone?
I have not. I'm the last one other
Right.
than Aaron.
Yes. He's smart. I did keep track, apparently.
Hi, everybody. My name is Alex Thomas. I'm the line developer for Mutants and Masterminds at Green Running Publishing, as well as the executive producer here at the Untold Stories Project. And today I will be playing the role of Anson Walker, who is a disgruntled wizard who is very excited about hunting down and murdering this cowboy zombie with his demon horse. It's going to be super awesome. As for the
Alex, show us on the doll where Kid Grim hurt you.
What did he do to you?
It's not personal with Kid Grim. It's just Anson understands cowboys. That is a concept that he is familiar with, and he hasn't killed a cowboy in like 150 years for him.
Anson is just really excited to kill.
Yeah, I mean, he's a zombie. He's a cowboy. It's fine. It's duel time. It's gonna be great.
Fine. It's fine.
At least until the Yu-Gi-Oh deck comes out, and I have no idea how to play against him.
There are no weak cards in your father's deck. It's okay.
Oh, good.
Or until you have to roll to activate your magic.
No, I don't have to do that anymore. I paid that off. I paid that debt. As for the question of the day, Anson knows that the fate worse than death is to continue living, especially beyond the time that he is supposed to be here. And that is exactly what he has to do, is continue living until the death of this universe and the birth of the next one. So, here we go.
Well, maybe not this universe.
Well, maybe not this one. Yeah, but I'll pass it up to Aaron.
All right. I mean, I have no character to say what a fate worse than death would be.
What would our angel?
Huh?
Angel?
Oh,
The-
you're from
Yeah.
Arcade?
Yeah.
Actually, Angel's fate worse than death would be very similar to Aaron's fate worse than death, which is staying alive while seeing your children die.
It's a
Which-
very up game, this.
yeah. So
Let's have fun, everyone.
Everything
I
is
mean,
awful.
I wasn't exactly asking, what does your character do for fun?
It's the
So
same
when
thing.
last-
He just goes and hunts undead, murders demon cowboys. That's what we do for fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of, when last we saw our heroes, they were continuing to investigate the break-in at Asher Levi's antique store, having fairly definitively determined that the break-in was due to some combination of the actions of Alice Keiteller's spirit, the undead Old West outlaw Kid Grimm, each trying to achieve their own goals by doing something involving the magical stuff that was in Asher's store. Our heroes had determined that Alice's spirit had completely overtaken poor Josephine and used her magic to teleport to the Théâtre du Vampire. Using Muse's magic, they followed the traces of that spell and found themselves in the backstage slash sleeping area of the club, where they realized that Alice had been before she left on foot and then teleported away to somewhere else. And we left off with the heroes somewhat haphazardly returning to their temporary headquarters at the Marriott, where they purchased the entire 12th floor. And they were going to discuss their findings and next steps.
It was half of the 12th floor.
Oh, sorry, because that makes it better.
Yeah, she's not ostentatious. It was just half.
You wanted to buy the full.
I did want to buy the full floor, but she only bought half.
So, heroes, as you are all returning through whatever method, either teleporting or walking back slowly or
Strolling. I was strolling back.
yes. What do you guys want to do next? By the way, Anson, as they were starting to go into the investigation last week, you just said, I have a thing I have to go do, and you left. What did you go do?
What did I go do? Who do I have to see in this universe?
You had to do 90 years of taxes.
Oh, no, I don't pay that. I'm a veteran. I headed off to check in with Marcus, who was having a fun time at Arcade HQ, working with the R&D department doing something.
Okay.
And I will leave the nature of that something to you.
Fair enough.
That was the story equivalent of them both going, not it.
Yep. Anson looked around at all the idiots that were in the hotel room and went, no, I gotta not be here.
I gotta not be here before Muse comes and yells at all of us.
Yeah.
Well, you're not safe, by the way.
I don't do well with scolding.
You're getting scolded once Muse sees you.
Nonsense.
It's interesting seeing two people, players, not characters, or the GM and the player, both holding bats, staring at a wasp nest, going, "You hit it, no, you hit it, no, you hit it, no, you hit it."
So, everyone returns to the hotel suite through their own power. And what all are y'all doing? You have a number of possible leads.
What do we have in the suite in terms of food, drink?
$20 peanuts,
Probably a minibar.
$18 waters.
I mean, there is not a shortage of food that you could have delivered or brought up to the room, but there's probably not much in the room.
Well, first thing Muse is doing is just, because they teleported back before the rest of them, just looked at Carrie and said, I'll pay you back if you need me to. Walked over to find out how could they basically get a drink up here for them, because God, they need it.
I mean,
Like,
room service can bring
Yeah,
you that.
exactly. Like, go to like the phone, go be like, yep, we're ordering a drink.
Oh yeah, it's like it's basically an open-ended card. You can order as much room service as you want.
Oh, cool. What about? I'm just gonna order the whole
She has
bottle.
lots of money.
I
Cool.
mean, when she rents out the entire half of the 12th floor, I don't really think the issue of the $25 burger from room service is going to be an issue.
It's not
Yes.
the $25 burger he's just going for. It's an entire bottle of alcohol because they're tired.
No. It's
Yeah.
not the $25 burger. It's the 50-cent upcharge for the mayonnaise.
Yeah, that's the killer.
Yeah.
That'll get you. It's how they get you.
No, yeah, but
Yeah, she also rented you guys a private plane to fly to Louisville. So like
there.
money
Sure.
doesn't matter to her.
Did you really want to fly commercial to Louisville, though? No one wants to fly commercial.
No one wants to fly to Louisville.
So apparently I do know what food delivery is. It was invented in 1889 when the King and Queen of Savoy requested a pizza to be delivered from a famous pizza maker, Raphael Esposito.
So the first delivered food was a pizza.
Yeah.
That's appropriate.
That tracks.
Yeah, that
As
feels
it should
right.
be.
All right, so Muse is drinking.
Not that much, at least not yet, but
Not yet.
tired.
I will
of
say her
all-
popping in probably scared the bejesus out of Carrie because she was probably heavily
with Larry,
focused on-
with Larry.
Oh, even better. Because Carrie has a crush on Larry, so she's going to be very uncomfortable when he just surprises her all the time.
Harper, I believe, was coming back on foot, although it's still not that far away. So, how was refresh my memory? How was D, or was it Orpheus at that point? I think it was D.
Plant.
Plant. So you probably popped back shortly after Muse and Larry.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
nobody realized that Anson was in the other room this whole time.
Anson has
I mean-
retrieved a cowboy hat from his coat, though.
When we have half a floor, we can use more than the one room we're all stuck in.
Yeah, you guys don't all have to stay in the same room.
I appreciate the companionship. Words are fun. Yeah.
So, like, I don't know, 20 minutes after everybody else arrives back, Harper will wander into the room. Not from the door, though. You don't really know where she came from. She
Look
just
at the
kinda
broken
wanders into the
window.
room. With a big brown paper bag, and just starts handing people out of this bag like these big fat rolled up sandwiches. And if you want to open them and look, they are you either have a shrimp or a catfish po' boy.
Ooh, lovely.
Po' boy.
Mm.
Blech.
Muse will take the food.
I'm sorry, the street vendor doesn't have caviar, princess.
No, human and puppy does not like fish at all. Like can't even stand the smell of it. So that's just now it's in my nose and now I can smell it.
I mean,
It's
I
not
hate to
real.
tell you this, but a lot of the cuisine in New Orleans is.
I know. I know.
Put enough hot sauce on it, you'll stop smelling it.
I know. Ugh.
Thanks,
Thank
Harper.
you very much.
Yeah, Harper.
Oh.
So maybe, Study Buddy, can you put a post on the Night Watches Facebook page that maybe someone's been seen prowling around a rooftop, and maybe one other person can hang around and maybe they'll show up, and we can talk
Sure.
to them.
Sure, let me just create another Facebook account and she'll create a different one and she'll do the same thing she did before, just trying to be a little sneaky.
Larry, let me understand this. You want to tell the vigilante superheroes that you're committing a crime and have them show up to talk to them?
Wes, when did you get back?
I think more just tell them that there's somebody, let them investigate because they seem to still be heroic, and then we try and talk. If we're not actually committing a crime, they are probably reasonable, and if they're not, we leave. But yeah,
And yes, Muse, I've been back for just a little while.
Well, you're getting the same lecture from everyone else. What the hell were you thinking?
Thinking about what?
That answers a lot, actually.
I hadn't realized we'd done anything wrong.
Do you just not know how to deal with crime? Never mind, I'm not dealing with this again.
Are you talking about that
We
fingerprint
covered
thing?
this
That's
already.
made up.
What do you
Okay.
mean it's made up?
No, but everybody
Let's
doesn't have
not-
a
let's
unique
not-
fingerprint. That's insane.
Let's not discuss modern technology with the extremely old man from another universe. Yes. Secondly, we've already covered that it wasn't
Yes.
a freaking crime scene because it hadn't been reported yet.
Because we called Arcade, not the police.
Right. Okay. Just. Cool.
Also, they're all stupid, so whatever.
I'm aware of that much.
For her part, Dee is just sitting enjoying her sandwich and just looking at everyone and trying to figure out why they're all so angry.
I mean, that's just my natural state of being.
Oh yeah, it's not that's you. It's not so much not you, it's the others.
She called me
Ugh.
dumb. I'm not dumb. I'm obstinate. It's a different adjective.
There's a lot of adjectives I could use to describe you right now.
So I will point out that, it is January, which means that now that it is after 5, it is already beginning to get dark out. So,
Oh, good. It means the Night Watch is working twice as hard, right?
Fair enough. Anybody want to come with?
I'll come with.
Wait, where are you going?
I'll go with you.
I would keep it down to one. Just we don't want to appear as a threat. Then I figure 1 or 2, they're less likely to come in guns a-blazing and maybe
I
more
can
willing to
also
talk.
I can also teleport us out of there if we need to very quickly.
Okay. Well,
Ag-
how
aga-
about you take
again?
this flower?
Sure.
Thank you.
We're apparently
Oh,
gonna go
okay.
meet the Night Watch, I guess.
Where are the priest, the teacher, and the potted plant going?
Downtown. Somewhere
Downtown.
possibly even over the shop. Just somewhere visible enough that if they're around scouting or investigating, we're visible to someone scouting the rooftops.
and then Carrie's going to send them an anonymous tip that you're there.
I just by the way, I just grabbed the tulip and put it in your shirt pocket like a little boutonniere.
Thank you. It's purely to talk. It's not to go fight.
Brandon, quick question. Outside of, I mean, it's in the game, but like, it's not what's happening right now. Do your flowers have to be alive in order for you to transport yourself with them? Like, do
I-
they have to be, does it have to be like a potted, like, does it have to be like a rooted plant, or
I
does it just have to be not
I
dead?
didn't think that deeply about it. I didn't consider the
Oh, okay.
possibility one way or the other. So I think that
Because
was
I'm
it.
thinking in my
Yeah.
head, Carrie will want to be processing something to where if this does happen, like there's always something with them that you can come and go.
And it is just, but
quickly.
it is just me. So
Okay.
I don't know if it'll work one way or the other. That will be when we try it and we see whether or not the GM allows it. But either way, it would still just be me.
Okay.
Oh, don't rule yet. It's more fun when we find out at the time, and I had to figure something out.
Okay.
Now
Um,
imagining a drone with both plants on it and zombie fingers flying around.
Brandon, my suspicion is it's however many points you spend on the power.
So let me get this straight. You are planning to go be suspicious near a crime scene to attract the attention of some of the most violent vigilantes in this country.
Apparently.
Conspicuous. Not so much suspicious, but yeah.
So
Wait a minute, they're violent?
Harper will look at Muse and go, "When you die, I'm keeping your stuff." And then just wanders
But
off.
just before when I die, I'm gonna let you keep the house. Second, the reason I said I'd go is to teleport him out of the mess if it happens.
Cool. Sure, that's fine.
Do any of you have like a common sense advantage of any sort?
I'd say, you see, the answer
I
is
do.
yes, Micah does. Micah's just also really tired and going, yeah, sure. Let's go walk into our death. It'll be fun.
I mean, maybe
just
instead of
assumes that-
saying there's someone suspicious, just say, hey, we're an
Yeah.
interested party who would like to meet.
Yeah,
Hey.
no, that's
GM,
Yeah.
don't disrupt this.
Yeah.
Don't bring your logic in here.
look, Micah's just given up.
You let this happen.
Do you assume oh, you know what you're doing?
Carrie, I leave you creative liberties to decide what we are described as.
A
That's
horrible
not good
thought for
either.
killing everyone.
I just imagine Larry and Muse up at the top just being like, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. Though they're just like walking around on rooftops.
Oh, Micah's just gonna be.
But that backfires because then the group doesn't find them because they're too unsuspicious.
You see, Micah could even be like, look, okay, you can tell them to look for someone playing music, and I'll quietly play an instrument up there.
You want them to? I don't know if New Orleans works the way Bon Chance does, but you wanted them to look for somebody playing music in this city?
On the rooftop takes a little bit more attention.
I mean, to be fair, yes, there isn't a lot of rooftop music.
If you really want to impress them, I'll pull out a new trick.
I'd always just message them and just say, be at this location at this time.
That sounds like a
With-
trap.
No connotation, positive or negative.
That makes it sound like a trap. That gives it even more of a negative connotation.
I got the deets. Come at 9.
That's
We know who you are.
yeah, that's not good.
Don't make me
Yourself from-
post this video online of you.
No. What happens to trying to not start a fight?
I mean,
Harper,
Carrie never agreed to not start a fight.
You're not going to be the one in the fight. You don't get a vote.
She's the one sending the message. She's the only one who gets a vote.
That's fair.
Very accurate.
Do you want me to teleport you without your chair onto the roof and leave? If not,
Right.
I'm taking your voting rights. Sorry.
Could she move her shoes to
No.
keep...
No, yes, only you'll be hanging upside down.
The shoes, however, will be bottom side parallel, so your ankles will snap.
Oh, what a feeling, Pembroke on the ceiling.
I mean, to be fair, she wouldn't feel it, so not the worst.
All right, so
No, she'll basically just send a message and say,
Which
you know,
bad? Hold on. Which bad plan are we going with?
that's what I'm trying to figure out.
You guys have fun with that. I'm going to find this cowboy and put him in the ground.
Just wait a
Um,
moment. We'll find the cowboy in a minute.
Yeah. While they're discussing whatever the hell, Harper, after wandering off, is gonna just kind of grab Anson by the lapels and just drag him into one of the other rooms.
Oh my.
yeah, there are 10 to 12 rooms on half of a floor. So just, you know, there are 10 to 12 rooms that you could all be in.
So
Just saying.
you guys have fun with whatever bad plan you're doing. We
Yes.
have our own.
Carrie,
Hell yeah.
go with the
That's
music.
what I'm talking about.
Okay?
What did you say?
Go with the music plan. Tell them to look for someone. Tell them to look for a group of one person doing a one-man band, basically. Okay?
You got it, dude.
Because that will make sure that they at least find the right group. And
Yeah,
say
good lord.
that
You
we
say,
are-
like, go find someone on the rooftops, and then there's like somebody else, and they just beat the shit out of them. That would probably not be good.
And make sure to
That'd be
mention in
terrible.
it that we are not looking for a fight, but we have info they might find useful.
Wouldn't it be easier just to say, "Hey, we'll be on this rooftop at this time"?
So,
I don't even know what roof I feel like going to yet. We're going to look to see where people are, so that's why I'm not saying an exact location.
part of that worry is you're also posting this on a public forum at Facebook, so
I thought she was messaging them privately.
I thought
Yeah, I
I
think
could
she's
do
sliding
either.
into their DMs.
I thought
Yeah,
it was gonna
I
be
can
a
do
private
either.
message.
I
Do
thought
a
it was just a
message.
public face group. Then yeah, sure, that's fine.
All right, Larry, let's go.
Sounds good.
Grab teleport.
All right.
Sounds terrible. Sounds
Sounds horrible.
absolutely awful.
But at least I can show off a new trick before Muse gets murdered.
All right. So Muse and Larry are on a rooftop playing music, waiting for the Night Watch to show up. Got it.
Oh,
What horrible
no,
thing
just
are
Muses.
what?
Just Muse. I have a one-man band spell.
No, I understand that, but what horrible plan are Harper and Anson going to go get themselves involved in?
I'm intrigued.
So after leaving behind the rest of the doofuses, these two doofuses are in their own room discussing. She's going to pull out the copies of the list of coins.
Mhm.
And she's going to point out the what was it? The
Cowboy coin.
quintuple eagle coin, and be like, okay, I'm almost positive that this is the coin that summons released is somehow connected to your demonic cowboy. And since you are really, really raring to take down this cowboy, and I really need to punch something, maybe I was thinking maybe you had like a tracking spell or some kind of magic that will take us to this coin. Or do you know what radar is? Like a compass? A compass?
I know what a
that will lead
compass
us-
is.
Yeah. So make us a little magical compass or something that will guide us to the coin.
You got it. I will power stunts a magic compass that leads us to the coin. Facilitate my violence, wizard, says Warden Maximus.
Uh-huh.
So, question: do you guys tell the rest of the people that are here that you're going to look for the cowboy, or did you just two disappear and then you're going to go disappear and hunt the cowboy?
We're gonna hunt the
Probably
cowboy.
that second thing.
Yeah. You all
Okay.
know I've got
Harper
beef with
is-
the cowboy, at least.
All right.
Harper is still not super good at working with a team. She's used to working on her own. And I don't know whatever Anson's excuse is.
So,
Also not good at working on teams.
please tell me what exactly it is you are trying to do to track, or what are you power stunting?
I'm power stunting my white magic array. I've got 23
Sure.
points to work with. I'm
Uh-huh.
building that now. It'll have to be analytical magic awareness, so I know exactly what I'm looking for. Awareness. We'll put range detect on it also to make it help. Penetrates concealment.
You need acute on it before you can put analytical on it.
Yeah, acute, analytical, penetrates concealment, extended, tracking. So detect 2, tracking 1, just for -1 speed rank for tracking it, but then we can dump 8 points into extended to make it times 100 million. And that leaves me enough points to add +4 to my perception check through enhanced trait for a fun multiple effect.
Okay, and what are you detecting? It's you said magical awareness?
Yeah, I'm looking for that coin that that Harper mentioned.
Okay. Okay. So you channel your power. Are you fatiguing yourself or spending the hero point?
I will spend the hero point.
Can
Okay.
I give him the bad news?
The coin's not
What?
magic.
The coin's not magic.
So with an acute analytical sense, I will say that the coin is not itself magical, but there is a bit of a magical aura associated with it. Go ahead and give me your perception check.
This is probably what I should have saved the hero point for, but here we go. I'm gonna roll high. It's not even a big deal.
Okay. Is that
I
how
mean,
that
with-
works?
Here we go. Perception.
Perception.
Let me add
Perception.
4 to it. 23.
Okay.
Perfectly average.
So you are able to use your magical senses to kind of trace the coin as it left Asher Levi's pawn shop. You are able to determine that somewhere along the route which you had previously walked when you were tracking the magical auras of the stuff taken from the back room, that it is along this route that the coin stops and stays there for a period of time. You have an acute analytical magic sense, so you are aware that there is while the coin is in the alleyway, there is then the presence of some sort of shadow magic that appears and takes the coin and then takes it somewhere that is beyond your awareness. You can, if you wish, trace, because you have tracking, you can trace this to where that occurred. Like I said, it's along the route that you've already traced. So you can certainly do that, but you're not sure where the coin is now.
Yeah, I'll let Harper know, and then I'll suggest that we keep follow to where the exchange happened and see if we can pick up any clues.
Okay, fine. If I don't get to punch something soon, I'm going to punch you.
I've had worse.
Cool.
All right.
Then we'll continue taking Harper to something she can punch.
As you two are walking over to someplace where hopefully there is something for Harper to punch, what are Dee and Carrie doing?
Carrie is responding to students because she had to cancel her again her open door policy of her lab. So she's responding to all of the terrified students writing their dissertations and whatnot, and having to explain why they can't come to my lab at any point in time, and is then just kind of trying to find video and track the girl that they think is Alice / Josephine from when she leaves the club. So she's just kind of trying to pull footage from all sorts of places and availability, and trying to see if there's anything that happened along the way, any sort of crime or anything weird.
Sure.
Are
reported.
Harper,
we talking about the redhead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that we think she changed into
Yeah. Okay.
to leave the club. Yeah. So now that she thinks that that's the person she needs to be looking for, that's what she's kind of tagged her face and is trying to kind of find her in other videos.
Okay. That sounds like an investigation check.
Okay.
D?
Dee's gonna look around and go, wait, what happened to Anson and Harper? And then she's going to find an aggressively cuddly cat, apparently, that's going to leap up on her. And that it? I don't know. She's pretty much like, she's even more confused now. Like, what is happening?
So Carrie probably would have brought her cat. She probably would have gone and gotten her cat.
Yeah.
Hey. Yeah, so Carrie, this is going to take you a little while, but go ahead and give me that investigation check now.
Okay.
Did y'all know Carrie had a cat?
Doesn't surprise me. So that is a
The
10
black
for a
cat.
20?
Yeah, because I can't do
Okay.
any better if I use a hero point, so it is what it is.
Okay.
I'm just
I'll
mad
tell you
about it.
in a bit.
You can do one, at least if you spend a hero point.
That's fine.
All right.
I'll assume she's slightly distracted. So she's just kind of, there's lots of things happening and she's got all of her students yelling at her. So she's just going to assume that she was kind of distracted while attempting to do it.
So I will tell you that you are able to find some camera footage that shows where Harper had tracked the redhead from leaving the club, leaving the theater.
Okay.
And that you have on video, you see this redheaded woman pull a dagger out from underneath her jacket and cut a hole in the air and step through it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And hey, since you've got closer video footage now, let me go ahead and share with y'all a photo.
At least you're not complicated, kitty.
Hold on. I forgot what I named her. So give me a moment before I can figure out what her name is.
And immediately upon saying that, the kitty goes, "Ow," and then runs away.
It is her dead boyfriend's cat. So she's extra lovey of this cat.
All right, you should all see an image of Alice Keiteller.
Not the trauma cat.
Now, does it look like Josephine, though? Or has her image actually changed?
I'm trying to think what would be an appropriate skill here. Give me a perception check.
Okay. I would love to feel that for you. Oh, I got a 17.
Should I run a perception check too? Or would I not be able to tell?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Or would it be, or would it, meh. I mean, wait, hold on. Is my character sheet updated?
no,
Shit.
because you didn't tell me I needed to do that. But I don't think you updated.
I sent it to you. I messaged you, and said,
You
"Hey,
did. I just didn't.
whenever you have a second, please do this so I don't break it."
Okay.
He didn't have a second. He only had minutes and hours.
Your
Yeah, why not?
perception is currently a plus 11.
Okay. Is my investigation still plus 11?
Your
Or plus 10?
investigation is plus 15.
Oh, so then that would have been a 25 then.
Yeah. Okay.
That doesn't change anything though, right?
Nope.
Okay. I'm going to open my new character. Hold on. Let me get my new character sheet. I completely forgot about that. Oh my God. I have too many things to look through. Oh, there it is. 2.0.
Congratulations, Oreo. You're now part of the game. We've
Um,
done a whole lot.
So would it be investigation or would it be?
This is going to be perception.
It's definitely perception. Okay, because I wasn't sure if like using her software to check her face or anything like that, if that would count as investigation. I don't care either way. I just want to make sure I'm doing the right thing.
Sure.
Okay, so plus 11. I can just roll.
And Puppy, I'm very excited for when you start GMing of all the things you have to keep track of.
Yeah, please don't. Please. No, like you made it real. And then I was like, I told my husband, I was like, oh shit. And he was like, oh God, what happened? And I was like, no, now I can't back out. I can't say no. Okay, roll. 22 on my perception.
This redhead does not look like Josephine. However, there's definitely a resemblance. Something about the eyes and the cheekbones, like, and a very similar body type. Maybe that's just the limits of what the disguise is able to do.
So it gives her vibes, but not her.
Yep.
Looks.
Basically. Okay. All right. So up on a rooftop, reindeer's paws.
Reindeer paws.
Reindeer paws.
Muse, you're holding an impromptu concert.
Yeah.
Tell us what's happening there.
So it's kind of weird. Muse is simply just playing yeah, good.
To Stairway.
Freebird.
No stairway.
Freebird.
No, no, Muse is playing like real complex music. I'm just trying to figure out like what instrument they have in hand.
Kazoo.
Not the kazoo. The kazoo is the emergency item.
Piano tie.
For the record, Freebird is very complicated music.
I don't know what Freebird is.
Oh God.
Aaron. Shame.
I mean, to be fair, you've probably heard it. You probably just don't know it was Freebird.
I just don't
Yeah.
know things by name, probably. No, but yeah. So, we're gonna go just violin for fun.
Okay.
And using the magic from the violin, they are using it to magically play other instruments of theirs. Each instrument basically creating the chain effect that it's magic, that the spell it's using, that it's being played on, is commanding another instrument.
So you're just opening your bag and instruments are flying out and all
Yep.
playing.
Yep.
Okay. So Larry, you're witness to this.
Full on Fantasia? Yep.
Basically.
But the
Pulling out the
sandwich
whole
is
orchestra
delicious.
here just to.
Larry and Muse, give me a perception check.
Sure.
Do you like over a 10? Let's see.
I rolled exactly a 10 on my thing. Hey!
26.
18.
26, 18.
That conspicuous looking cloud looks like a lady. Perhaps it's a cloud lady.
He's not as good at that as I expected.
Okay. But before we get into whatever's about to happen,
Uh-huh.
approximately an hour ago, the character now performing in orchestra on
Yes.
a rooftop
Yes.
in the middle of the night
Yes. Well, not middle of the night.
was
It's
yelling at
5.
us about being subtle and inconspicuous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Okay.
I want
I
to
just want-
emphasize, first off,
I just want to be clear.
the difference is Muses for one is the I have a secret identity I can go back on. 2, once again, we're trying to get their attention, and this is a power move of this is at least showing off we have capabilities.
That we
Uh-huh.
have the power?
Sure. Please continue with the beatdown that is about to occur.
Yeah. No, once again, Mike is completely ready to just kind of do the, yep, time to go.
All right. So neither of you notice
Okay.
until Behind you, you hear a voice. You are trying to get our attention.
Santa? Sorry.
And behind you is standing the figure of Dr. Twilight.
Let me open up the journal and remember who that is.
That is the leader of the Night Watch.
That's
Cool.
the Batman one, right?
They're Batman, basically.
He's Batman.
Yeah.
Cool. Where?
Um,
A lot of books.
Deuce,
Yep.
give me an expertise linguistics.
Sure.
Him. Gotcha.
20. Not natural.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
30.
His English is impeccable. You can't quite make out, where the accent is that he's hiding is from, but you are fairly certain that English is not his native language.
It is practiced, but very well practiced.
Yes, it's so well practiced that you're like, yeah, that's not your normal speaking voice.
Gotcha.
Muse is putting back all the instruments now that they are no longer needed.
Yep.
But
there you
yes. So you wanted our attention?
Oh, yeah. Hey, sit down the sandwich, kind of wipe my hands off. Thanks for coming. Appreciate that. Yeah, so Larry, by the way, nice to meet you. My friend Muse.
He doesn't offer a hand, but
Didn't expect it. That's why I did that. Yeah. So look, you and your team were, it seems to be operating in the area, and we thought possibly we could help each other, or at least we could provide you some information to start.
we were under the impression that this city didn't have any superheroes.
I wouldn't call us that exactly.
I apparently am unaware of the fact that it is normal for a person to be magically controlling a large group of instruments all at once.
I never said it's normal.
We're kind of operate a bit all over, not just here. So I wouldn't say we're solely heroes or heroes for here, but kind of monster hunters in a way.
I see.
And we've come to believe that you deal with this, so it probably won't sound as weird when I say it to you. There might be an invisible undead demonic cowboy going around with maybe the reincarnated spirit of a ancient witch.
Go on.
All right. I didn't think it'd sound weird to you, so it's a good start. So we have the belief that a guy named Kid Grim, and possibly able to make himself invisible, and his horse broke in, stole some things, and is here in the city or operating around. And in the course of that, may have let the spirit of a long gone witch out and is now possessing someone else, and she's wandering around.
So 2 questions.
Sure.
The first, where did you come across this information?
Looking around, trying to help, and we're monster hunters, so when they get out, that's kind of what we look into and try and stop.
Mike's just shooting back the look of, you're the one who wanted to talk to them, man.
Fair enough. Second question, you're monster hunters. Why is this something that you're bringing to our attention as opposed to something you're simply dealing with yourself?
We absolutely are trying to deal with it, but by the same token, you're operating here, so for the time being, I know probably not permanently. So since you seem to be trying to do good, having extra allies in case things go wrong isn't terrible. And the same token, if you run across them, you can help us track him because, as you would also imagine, invisible undead demonic cowboy is not easy to track. So more eyes, more ears isn't a terrible thing.
Fair. Are either the witch or the dead cowboy and the horse he rode in on committing crimes that you're aware of? Or is this simply the state of being an undead cowboy and an undead witch puts them on your radar?
The cowboy, yes. The witch, I don't know yet.
Didn't the
But-
witch kill 2 people?
Yeah.
And possess someone? I think that counts as at least a bit of a crime.
Fair.
Brandon, I see I made the point you were trying to make. With the
There's some no.
okay.
He whistles sharply. Nocturne. And stepping out of the shadows is a young man in all black, who is Nocturne of their group. You may refer back to the group picture if you'd like. It's in your handouts. Actually, yes, he's not in all black. He's wearing purplish with a magical amulet around his throat.
Can I, by looking at it, do I have any idea of what that amulet would do?
Give me an expertise magic.
Neil, I will give you Sacred Math.
Fair.
And roll a free. That's an 18. Could have just taken 10. Could have just taken 10.
And you don't have a any like heightened senses, right?
No, I am an artificer, so if that would help with knowing how things work, but
I mean, you're pretty sure that the amulet is a conduit for mystic power. Based on the fact that he stepped out of a shadow.
Yep.
You're gonna guess some sort of shadow control magic.
I could have just taken 10.
You could have, but you didn't.
I didn't think of that as I rolled, and I went.
Nocturne, can you give Larry, was it,
Yes.
a way to contact us and that we can contact them? I can, yes. Why? Because they have information about a undead cowboy and a spirit of a witch who are committing crimes in our city, and perhaps our interests coincide in this matter. Right. Nocturne reaches into his purple coat and pulls out a burner cell phone. There's one number programmed into that. You can call me on it, and I can call you.
Perfect.
It's a
And
wonderful
he'll
start.
toss it to Larry.
Catch it with a lack of grace, but that's all right. Good. Thank you.
Do you have any leads that either you would like to ask us to pursue, or places you would like us to stay out of your way?
It's still early in it, so no. The only we have coming from is the Theatre du Vampire, but that may have just been a starting point and is no longer affiliated. I don't know. We're still kind of figuring that one out. So
The
if
other
you happen to
hand, we couldn't really. Most of our group now has been spotted in a suspicious moment, which means it would probably be best if you guys could at least keep an eye on it.
Nocturne, perhaps you and Maestro could go check out the Theatre du Vampire, and inconspicuously. We could probably do that.
So
Who's going there?
2 members of his team.
Nocturne, and what was the other one?
Maestral. That's the Mist Lady.
The Mist Lady.
So we'll try and keep you updated if you come across anything. I appreciate the help. If we do, or if there's something we can help on your end, let me know. Like I said, and I imagine your line of work as well as ours, having at least someone with similar goals. I won't assume allies yet. I'm sure you don't trust us, and that's fine. But similarly aligned goals is a rare thing, so I'll take it.
We don't typically find ourselves in a position to work with other people. Now, we usually, as I said, aim our efforts where there aren't heroes to pick up the slack.
And if you happen to run across either of the pests, then you at least have a head start on what's coming. So,
Larry, can you give me a deception check?
I can certainly roll dice. Holy crap. Nat 20, 24.
Damn.
Nice.
Dr. Twilight is trying to get a read on you with insight.
Doesn't even need a roll. Out of his depth, but that's okay.
Okay.
So, well, thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, we'll be in touch. Thanks for at least taking your time out here to come see us.
And he will walk over to the edge of the roof and fall back, and you will see him swinging away as Nocturne steps into a shadow and is gone.
Okay, rude. That is Jason's power move.
Plagiarism, not rude.
Look, lots of vigilante heroes do that sort of shit.
Takes a real hero to leave in a church van down the fire escape.
No, it really does. Why are you driving a church van down a fire escape?
Yeah.
That's what you put your points and expertise magic? Driving, baby.
All right.
That went better than I thought, Muse.
Yeah, me too.
Across town, not too far across town, Harper and Anson have tracked the magic aura to an alley. And in this alley, there is a dumpster, which is the source of where the aura was before it vanished. So.
A dumpster?
Mm-hmm. There currently does not appear to be anyone else in this alley.
Well, why don't you go ahead and throw a match into it just to kind of complete the whole scene?
I'm going to go dumpster diving. Look for anything useful.
Okay.
I will also poke around looking for clues, but I will not get in the dumpster.
All right.
Oh, I will crawl around that bitch.
All right.
I don't care.
Anson, I want investigate or perception. Harper, as soon as you go into the dumpster, you actually notice that there is someone in this alleyway.
Oh, cool. In the dumpster. Awesome.
There is a...
Green Muppet.
You would say that she was probably pretty at one point, but she is now so emaciated, and there are so many scars up and down her arms and just a hardness in her look that calling her pretty at this point would be difficult. Wearing, clothing that is clearly taken out of donation bins for Goodwill. And she is currently looking through the book, the coin book. Hey, man! I don't want any trouble, but I found it first. Finders keepers, man.
Yeah, no, that's not how this works.
No, man.
You give me that, and I will give you all of the actual money that you can spend that is currently on my person.
That's just mean.
If Carrie can hear you, she will give you all of the things that you need.
I don't know why you're all assuming that Harper
Because you
is.
sleep in Muse's closet.
That doesn't mean shit.
I mean, she knows how to save money.
It's
And you
the
refuse to
guest
refill
room.
the Egos.
I'll point out that Arcade did offer all of you a paycheck.
I'm taking that paycheck.
So there's no reason that Harper doesn't have money. She just doesn't.
But that ruins the perfectly good joke.
She's just frugal.
Harper, would you like to give me your choice of intimidation or persuasion?
I mean, they're the same.
Try close attack or close combat attack. That's the same.
That sounds more like Harper.
I feel like Harper would just punch her, take it, and then just leave money on her person.
When you wake up, you'll have more
Look.
money than when you went to sleep.
Yeah.
I am trying to grow as a person. All right.
Let me know. Let me know if you need somebody to talk to her.
That's no
Harper.
fun.
All right. We're gonna try persuasion, and if that doesn't work, we'll just punch the junkie in the face.
I did promise to bring you somewhere you could punch somebody, I guess.
That's true. It's true. It's true. I had to say 15.
Okay, well, the junkie rolled a 4 for a 3. So she is not sure she trusts you, but on the other hand, taking one look at you, she's well aware of the fact that you could kill her. And so she will hesitantly hand the book to you.
Thank you. And then Harper will dig into all 17 of her pockets and pull out whatever money she's got. I'll let you decide how much is actually there, because Harper doesn't really.
It should be 10 times whatever she rolls and roll a d20.
73 cents.
73 cents.
$2.50.
Why does
I
Harper
mean-
have all that kroner? Like no dollars.
Right.
I'm going to say you probably have about $50 on you,
There you go.
which is way less than the book is worth, but
She don't know that.
he doesn't know that.
What was she gonna do with the book? Nothing is what.
I mean, take it to a pawn shop and get ripped off for it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
She's gonna put Centennial Eagles in a vending machine for a soda.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
All right. While this exchange is happening inside the dumpster, Anson.
Yeah,
Did you-
I got a 23 to investigate around. But I think
Okay.
I think I got distracted by the conversation happening inside the dumpster.
That's fair. But a 23 is
You're like,
actually
who's she
good
talking
enough.
to?
A 23 is good enough that you do discover something else in the alley. Kind of tucked up into a fire escape, bent and folded and crushed so that it fits into a small crevice,
Is a church fan.
is a body,
A body.
a bloodless body.
Oh dear. I'm gonna think briefly about that thing that Muse said before I left, and then I'm gonna use my magic to yank the body out of that hole.
Okay.
Yank, yank, yank the body.
Yeah, I'll just
I
white
mean-
glove telekinesis it to get it out.
Yeah. No, you can. Getting it out isn't the problem. If you're trying to get it out without it coming into pieces, then that might require a check. But
Yeah, I'll
I
make
think
a
it's-
check. I don't want to destroy it, but I do want to get it out of there so we can inspect it.
And then there's all the dead bodies like behind it because that's just the one plugging it up.
no.
I'm about to get a worse version of that scene from The Shining.
No. All right. So yeah, you can pull out a exsanguinated, folded up body.
Do you want me to make a move object check to try to move it out carefully?
Yeah. Give me just a power check.
Okay. Sleight of my other hands.
You do have precise on that, don't you?
I thought I did. It doesn't look like I do, actually. Got damaging and distracting.
Damaging, that'll do it.
16.
Okay. I mean, it probably wasn't all in one piece anyway. But you bring it out without mangling it too much further.
And I'll just lay it down in front of me and see if I can go through its pockets and figure out who this person was.
Sure. So you can go through its pockets. It is wearing I mean, obviously all of it is shabby at this point, but jeans that are frayed and torn, a sweatshirt that was probably too large for it, with a hoodie without the string still holding the hoodie together. It does not appear to have a wallet.
Does it look, I mean, I know it's dead. How long does it look like it's been dead? And does it look like it was a poor person?
It definitely looks like it was a poor or homeless person. Yes. How long has it been dead? Do you have medicine or treatment?
I sure don't.
I mean, you know enough to know that even an exsanguinated body is going to start to rot, and this isn't too rotten yet. Just broken.
Interesting. Hey, Harper, your friend in there, you want to ask her if she wants to come out here and take a look at this?
What? And I will peek up over the top of the dumpster. What?
I found a dead body.
Oh, I see that. Why would you?
She's in a dumpster. I'm assuming her circumstances are not ideal.
No, not, but whatever.
It's like Harper.
Hey, we found a dead body. You want to see if you know the person?
No.
Cool. Hey, look, when you decide that you're done with this, go to, and I will name the church that Larry works at.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And tell, does he go by Father? What's his name?
Father
At the
Lawrence.
church.
Just Larry. It's a
Just Larry?
non-denominational church. Larry's fine.
And tell Larry that Harper sent you, and he will take care of you. But
Aw.
you know, when you're ready, and then I will climb out of the dumpster.
Okay.
We are not
Careful.
subjecting the person. We are not subjecting someone who's clearly already traumatized to this. And then I will remember that I have a watch on and go and flick at it. Hey. Hey.
Who are you talking to?
I mean, to be fair, she's talking to all of us.
Yeah.
So the hey is very ambiguous.
Everyone, your communicators are telling, or have Harper saying, "Hey."
Harper, that's your Casio watch. Use your other wrist.
And I will say that for the sake of convenience, this investigation is coinciding with the end of the meeting between Night Watch and the two of them.
Is everything all right?
Depends on what you consider to be all right. I got a dead body and a book of coins.
Did you cause the dead body?
No, we found it this way.
Fair question. Fair question.
Aaron, does it have vampire bites in its neck? Or
Hold
any
on.
of the other major arteries? I'll check femoral.
Hold on. First of all, I'm giving Deuce a hero point for that statement. Because
Did you cause this?
it's a fair point, a fair question.
And if the answer is yes, then Harper's in a great mood. It's not, so Harper's not in a good mood.
Okay. So you're looking for signs of vampire bite?
Yeah. Or an exit wound for the blood to have been drained out of.
Sure. Yeah, give me another investigation check.
Because, like, I could get the blood out of a body without making a hole in it, but that's probably not a usual trick. 21.
In fact, yes, there is a vampire bite. Although it is not up on the neck, it's actually at the wrist. And it would be easy to mistake it for track marks.
That's a clever vampire.
I'm gonna lean back up over the dumpster and go, "Hey,
What?
not you. I'm out of the dumpster. I'm now looking back into it.
Okay.
Hey, there's somebody around here biting people."
I mean, I charge an extra $20 for that, but
So there's
Girl
somebody
just like
around here.
sitting in a dumpster.
Sure is.
So
Oh.
so there's been somebody around here giving people money and biting them.
I mean, no, I've let, I mean, tourists, you know, they love the whole vampire thing, but
Uh-huh.
so I let people bite me if they'll pay me an extra $20, but like it's not like a regular thing. Anything.
Okay. So in addition to the church thing, I'm going to give you the piece of advice that stop doing that, because some people are freaks and they will kill you.
Like the person out here. Tell her about the person out here.
Yeah, she's aware of the person out here.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Look, vampires are real and they will eat you, so don't let them. And then I just go back over to the body.
Sure, because that wasn't traumatizing or anything.
Look, do you know what? Is that more or less traumatizing than getting eaten by a vampire?
You know, I'm gonna help this poor person. Aaron, can I walk over to the dumpster and make eye contact with this poor unfortunate soul?
Probably.
Only if you sing the
If
song.
like, if you like call her attention, otherwise she is very studiously looking down and just waiting for the two of you to leave.
No. First things first, Alex has to sing the song if he wants to.
No, he doesn't.
Not the
Yes, he
poor
does.
unfortunate souls.
You said it.
But you can probably get her attention.
Yeah, ma'am, miss, person,
Yeah.
look up here for a second.
She looks at you.
You're not going to have
I wish
any
you had.
memory of this conversation. And you are going to, you're going to get out of that dumpster, head on down to Larry's church, and turn your life around. And I would like to use my mental manipulation power on her to
Uh-huh.
mess with her memories and make her go home and rethink her life.
You
That's
don't
a
want to sell me
20,
that
right?
sticks.
You do not want to sell me death sticks.
I do have to roll to hit, and then it's a DC 20 will save.
Oh, it's not perception range?
No, I didn't pay for perception range because that's expensive.
Fair.
23 to hit, though.
Gee, the normal junkie, amazingly does not have a dodge of 13.
Good. I would be very concerned if she did.
They're normally so wily.
Hey, guys, I think I found the villain.
And amazingly, the woman with a -1 will save can't. Oh, look, I rolled a 1.
Yeah. Go home and rethink your life.
A modified 1.
and-
She rolled a 2 for a 1.
And don't think about vampires.
Although, telling her to go home is going to be interesting.
Go to Larry's church and rethink your life.
Okay.
Oh, to be clear, you would be telling her to go to the Church of Adam.
I let out a heavy sigh and say, "Go to the Church of Adam."
Okay. And yeah, like I said, she literally can't make that save because she has a will of -1.
And don't look at the dead body on your way out of here. Just go on and get.
Okay.
Go on out of here.
She will scramble out of the dumpster and we'll catch up with her later.
Like the go and get, like you're like telling a cat to leave your porch. Go on, get.
Right.
He's a Southern Jedi.
Are you guys sharing any more information across the comms or?
Like, hey, okay, so look, dead body, vampire. I got the coins back. Shadow magic. Shit's fucked up. I'm gonna call Arcade. Okay, bye.
That's probably a good idea.
Am I
Harper?
using this thing right?
Kinda. Hey, Harper.
Can you hear me?
What?
Just a note before you hang up. So we made contact with the Shadow Pact. They're pseudo on board and will let us know if they find anything and they're apprised of it. So, potential allies.
Night Watch.
Cool. They're also
Night
the Night
Watch.
Watch.
I just met them once. They seem very nice.
Yeah, I don't trust them, frankly, but
Me
whatever.
neither.
I mean, we probably have a bugged phone that they're going to use to track us whenever I bring it back somewhere. So yeah, sure.
I mean, to be fair, they're not going to have a bugged phone, and it's definitely not going to transmit our location.
Hey, Larry, hand me
Yep.
that.
There you go.
Larry, give me the phone.
Here.
Cool. I'm putting it in the pocket dimension.
That will definitely make sure that it's not being tracked.
Mhm.
It'll also mean they can't call you, but
Yeah, I was gonna say, how
My
are we gonna
servant's
hear
a
that
very
ringing?
nice little guy. He'll tell me if it starts ringing.
you think you have cell service in your pocket dimension?
The Nokia
Yes.
3310 is amazing, but only so.
Is there a cell tower in your pocket dimension?
I mean, I
mean,
could put
there
a signal
could be.
booster, but I don't think that would work.
So I will call Arcade, let them know that we found a body. It appears to have been eaten by a vampire. They probably want to come take that. And then I will remember, and then I'll be like, hey,
Hey, I thought you hung up.
I don't want you. Where's the...
Which one?
How do I get just the smart lady?
Username.
Oh, wait, is that me?
Yeah, I think she wants you to study, buddy.
Yes, Carrie, you are the smartest among us.
Hmm.
For the record, I know all of your names, but I don't feel like...
I mean, to be fair, Alexandrite did the same thing.
yeah. So,
So
can I
to-
take a
to-
picture
to-
with this thing?
You can just push. There's a little button on the top. It'll change it to where you can take video and you can kind of just scan it with your wrist.
Okay. Is this... You're like getting a picture like straight up
Yeah,
Harper's
yeah,
nose. Oh, it's
yeah,
on selfie mode. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta point it at
Yeah.
the thing.
Carrie
Okay.
is the smartest amongst you, but not as much as you might think.
Yeah. So I will get the gadget to work, and then I will run it over the body so that we have a picture for our whatevers before they come and take it away.
Scrapbook.
Yeah, our scrapbook.
So Carrie will upload the video and then kind of look at police blotters and kind of searching through to see if she's seen anything in the area like that.
Okay. For the record, one thing, when you called Arcade,
Yeah.
the dispatcher is going to say, is this related to the case that you're working on, or do you think it's just a random vampire attack?
My thought is it's related.
Little
Yeah,
of
especially
column
if that girl had
A.
the book of coins.
Look, it's a little of column A, a little of column B, and possibly for funsies, some of column C as well.
Okay.
So to be clear, are they referring to the vampire cult case or are they referring to the robbery case?
The robbery case.
Okay. I think it's probably related. It could just be related to the vampire cult case. So, could just be a complete
We need to drink
coincidence.
blood.
Sorry, what?
Except that according to the reports you guys filed, they didn't actually need to drink blood.
Well, the cultist people didn't, but there's at least one real vampire among them. There has to be. Otherwise, where did they get the vampire blood making vampires?
Man, you're real good with your words there, Harper. Words are super good for you. They're the goodest.
I thought your report said that the blood was that of Anthony Miles.
I'm not a scientist.
She's like, I didn't write that report.
I'm just a
didn't write
simple
that shit.
caveman, so I appreciate this, but
I didn't write that shit.
All right.
Look, I didn't say it was. I said it could be. I said it could
Okay.
be a coincidence. You
Okay.
asked, I told.
Harper's like, less thinking, more punching.
Yeah.
All right.
I was promised punchies.
All right. So you've taken photos of the exsanguinated corpse. Carrie, this person doesn't seem to have like a record, but if you're doing like a high speed like scan through body cams and
Yeah, just kind of trying to see if there's anything like that someone said a word, like, exsanguinated body, like basically like just kind of doing a cursory look.
yeah, I mean, the only thing you can tell is that you're pretty sure that in some of the footage of like police clearing out one homeless camp or another, this guy's face is there.
Like he was in multiple crime scenes.
No, not crime scenes per se. I mean, again, homeless camps that are being cleared out by the police for being undesirable in a place that they
Okay.
don't. I mean, technically that is a crime scene, but no.
But not
For the
like
crime
they
of
weren't
being
coming
poor.
there. They weren't coming there because there was a dead body or something and this guy kept showing up. It was just like he keeps showing up in the same kind of grouping of people.
I mean, and it's not like every time. I mean, it's like you do see other evidence that this guy was a part of the city's homeless population.
Okay.
you send me the picture, I might be able to identify him.
You might. He looks a
Are you
little
guys-
different right now, but
Is there a reason that you guys are just still hanging out on the rooftop and you can't go back to HQ and look at it there?
Is HQ now one half of the 12th floor of this hotel?
Apparently it is for the moment.
The old HQ.
I was just tired. I just hadn't
Um,
thought about it. Look, I just came off the first day back. Give me a little.
We'll be there soon. We'll take a walk, get some air.
Right, we will.
Sure. Give Mike a reassuring pat on the back. Come on, do you some
Michael's
good.
like, wait, what? What's happening? Okay, bye. And then I will like hang up my watch.
Sorry, I'm just loving the like. We'll walk back. Wait. We're doing what?
Okay, Anson, Wizard Man,
Yeah, for sure.
for sure. Yeah, for sure.
That's me.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so shadow magic came here.
It sure did. And it left with the coin as far as I could tell. Aaron,
Okay,
can I
I'm gonna-
sense any more of that shadow energy around?
yeah, probably. Although you've used other powers in your array since.
Yeah,
You would-
yeah. But I've got my
Um,
regular magic sense,
True, you do.
which is
Um,
it is accurate awareness, detect 2, penetrates concealment, radius magic.
Okay. Then since you have accurate, well, that's just someone close and good enough to let you target it.
Right.
Yeah, you can find some traces of that shadow magic. Not in the dumpster, in the alley next to the dumpster.
Okay.
Um,
I'll head over there and look around.
I mean, you can easily determine that there was that same shadow magic was here and did a spell.
Can you get a good whiff of this magic in a way that would let you identify it later if you came across it again? You know what I mean? Like a bloodhound sniffing somebody's clothes and then
I can give it a
you know
shot.
that somebody, you know what I mean? Like if you were to run into the person that cast this magic, this particular magic.
Yeah, Aaron, is that something I can do?
Again, because the sense is accurate enough that you can target it, I would say that you can definitely get it so that, yeah, you could pick up if this exact same magic, I mean, still require a perception roll, but yeah.
I
You
do
can get enough of a sense that you've got a good chance at being able to say, this is it.
Okay. I do have favored foe wizards and tracking as an advantage, if that helps.
Based on what you've told me about what favored foe wizards means, in this case it will not, but the tracking
Perfect.
advantage would. Yeah, that'll help.
Okay. I don't think I can track where it went from here, do I?
No. I just mean
No, because it
Teleport.
you're pretty sure that there was a teleportation
Mm-hmm.
or a
no.
shadow.
I just mean this is actually like the conversation, and Harper's like, I just mean like if we come across a person of interest that we think is involved,
Yeah, I suspect I would know.
so that you could be able to tell that this is the person that did the thing.
Yeah,
that
I'd
cast this
I'd be able to
particular
tell what kind of magic it is. Especially shadow magic. I have a rough history with that stuff.
I was gonna say, Anson, you weren't there, but Harper, you might remember that Muse did identify that the spell that Alice used to teleport away was a shadow step.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But
Do we think Alice came all this way?
I mean, but why though?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she's got an interest in the coin. And there's a connection to Kid Grim that we're not seeing.
I'm gonna flip through the book and see if the coin is in fact missing.
It is, yeah.
Okay, cool.
All of the other coins that were in the inventory that Asher gave you seem to still be present, but the quintuple eagle is missing.
And we're thinking that this coin is tied to Kid Grim as a summoning object or a payment device, Harper, you were saying?
I mean, that was my thought. That look, we're running on a lot of really vague theories at this point.
Yeah, I wonder if whoever
Um,
took this coin is trying to get Kid Grim to kill somebody for them or trying to attract his attention in some other way.
But if it is Alice, why? She clearly has no problem killing people herself.
Yeah.
So my
Hey, Anson, have a hero point for no particular reason.
Uh-oh.
So look, my theory is that someone broke in to the shop accidentally, while they were going through stuff looking for something, accidentally summoned, called forth woke up, whatever, Kid Grim threw the coin. And that was why there were thumps and thumps against the door, and it was all in a. I think the two invisible entities got into a fight and chased each other out of the shop. And then our Taurus came in opportunistically
Yeah,
and then connected. That's my theory.
I think it's a good.
I don't
theory.
know. I don't know how strong that theory is. We have another theory that see, this is why you shouldn't just randomly leave the meeting, right?
Or have these long conversations when only two of you are around.
And well, I'm filling Anson in on the conversations we've all already had.
Mm-hmm.
And the other theory is that Merlin didn't die, and he stayed the Master Mage until the 1400s, and that Alice was his apprentice, became the Master Mage from him, and then at some point something happened to her, because there's a whole Master Mage thing. Don't ask.
If
Let's see.
you're saying that Merlin existed in this universe too,
Yes,
and there we might be tracking down an apprentice of his.
possibly.
We got to stop that person immediately.
Yes, and duh. What do you think we're doing?
Well, the stakes just got a lot higher. We need to get on the road.
What road? What road would you like to get on?
Wherever we can to find whoever this is. Maybe the group has some idea. Maybe we could tap into the Wi-Fi network or whatever.
Okay. Hey, we're coming back.
Which, hey,
Hey, we're the monkeys.
And we will head back to the hotel headquarters.
how long
The
into the walk
headquarters
before?
hotel.
How long in the walk before Muse gets entirely bored with Larry making her walk that she just teleport him?
I mean, like, if Muse is just tired, so Muse just might end up, like, flying back, but they'll at least stick with Larry. If
That's
Larry
fine.
insists on walking.
Nah, just seemed like you needed some air, but if you want to,
Just tired. It's been a long day.
fair. Then yeah, let's go back quick then.
I have assignments to work on. Grab teleport.
Wiki, do you have in your notes the idea? Did we talk about the idea that the entity summoned Kid Grim and they got in a fight?
What do you mean? Like that was their purpose?
Well, not as a purpose. That's something that happened.
I had it in kind of in my theory but that it was an accident, not intentional.
Okay.
When we
I just had a thought on
teleport,
something you can follow up if it's something we discussed. It could be inspiration that'll strike D.
when we do get back, Micah, do you care to? Professor, do you mind to take a look at the phone? Just take a quick look. I'm assuming it could be bugged, but
Sure. Carrie will put out her hand and watch Muse dig into her pocket dimension, which
It's
still
not
is like
digging.
so fascinating.
Hold out her
it's
hand and
it's
wait
not
for
digging. Muse just puts her hand in and gets it out.
hold out her hand for 20 minutes while they are walking back.
oh, she teleport back after a while.
No, yeah, just teleport and then just. My pocket dimension is very well organized.
Incredibly well organized, actually.
I have a little guy in there. He does it for me.
Carrie,
Carrie definitely doesn't want to put a camera in your pocket dimension to see what it is all about. but is gonna be nice and not be invasive. So she's
Just
not gonna.
ask.
That's what you call character growth.
Carrie, give me a technology check.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, is it technology or did you want me to do an investigation? So let me look.
It's going to be an opposed technology against the person who.
Ooh,
May or
so
may not have bugged the phone.
I'm going toe to toe with another techie. Ooh.
I mean,
Maybe.
he's probably not as good as you.
Oh shit. Hold on. Oh shit. Okay. Well, I didn't mean to roll, but I guess I can do the math. My technology is 15. And I rolled a 17. So that is 20, 32.
He rolled real well, but you're better than him. So you can determine that, in fact, this does not seem to have a GPS or a bug on it. It really is a burner phone that just has a single number programmed into it.
Hey, Carrie,
Yeah.
can you bring up the footage of the robbery? Let's take a closer look at when the actual break-in happens and see whether it's something breaking in or something breaking out.
I think we determined that it was in because the glass was inside, not out.
Did we determine that? Okay.
Because we found the quote unquote horse of impressions in the broken glass inside where the glass was
Okay.
Yeah,
displaced from the host.
both from the direction that the glass was broken and the direction that the metal grating was bent. You're fairly certain that someone came in from the outside.
Okay. Okay. Couldn't remember if we had determined that or not.
Professor, if you think it's safe, then I'll take it as a point for trusting him. That's a good thing.
Oh, Carrie kind of wants to try and backtrace the phone number to see if she can.
I knew that's what she was wanting to do.
How are you going to vocalize that would be the question.
I mean,
Or are you just going to do it without telling anyone?
yeah, she's gonna try and see if no, okay. So she's gonna go half and half. She's gonna try and backtrace the phone number so that she can get a location for where they are, but she is not gonna try and bug their phones. She just wants to know where they congregate and the direction they're like kind of where they're at, but just in this moment, not necessarily permanent.
Are you saying that's what you're doing, or are you just doing it?
She's just doing it. She's not telling any of you guys.
Cool. I have no idea then. Okay.
All right. Give me a technology check.
I'm going to roll it correctly this time.
Mm-hmm.
Another 32.
Okay, so there is a phone number that is programmed into the burner. You can, get into the cell networks and figure out where that phone number is currently located.
Okay.
And that cell is currently located in a very, very nice hotel out by the New Orleans airport.
Okay. Like very nice as in like need my kind of money very nice? Or
like the kind of hotel that your family would stay at if they were traveling. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
You can probably get a terrible room, for maybe $350 a night.
Okay.
But, they have suites and penthouses and,
Okay.
So
like vigilantes
where you don't ask how much the room is when you book it. The assumption is you'll pay it.
But like vigilantes shouldn't really be able to afford this.
I mean,
You're a vigilante.
I mean,
you're pretty sure Daedalus could afford it to stay there.
He's been kidnapped there at least once.
I mean, you've read comic books. You know that, like, Batman was a billionaire.
that's true. That's true. Okay. She is going to look and see. She's going to check a police scanner to see if there is any sort of reported incident going on around that hotel.
Okay. I mean, it's near the airport, but nothing that is.
Airport. What did I say? I said near. Oh, I meant hotel near the airport, not
Yeah.
hotel near the hotel.
Yeah. No. I'm just saying. Of course, there's crime because it's near the airport.
Oh,
But there's nothing in the hotel itself. You're aware that hotel has its own private security.
okay. Okay.
For the record, you cannot book a room at this hotel through Expedia.com.
You gotta know a guy.
Basically.
So when Anson and Harper finally make it back, Harper's just gonna walk into the room and go, so Anson's got a bug up his butt about Merlin right now, so
Right, because
be warned.
When you guys discussed all that.
Yep.
Okay. Are you familiar with the old Master Mage of Earth?
I'm familiar with the Merlin from my universe who plunged the entire world into the Dark Ages and invented the magic that's going to destroy the universe, if that's what you're talking about.
So our Merlin probably didn't do that.
Did he? I don't know.
I mean, he did destroy Avalon.
But that was out of hubris and oopsie.
I mean,
That wasn't on purpose.
do we know that for sure?
I mean, I
would say you're in to see Mind, actually.
I mean, when we chatted, he didn't seem inclined to do bad things. He was a pretty nice guy, well-intentioned, but didn't always think things through.
Look to Micah, understandably out of my depth. Shrug.
Oh, hey, Father Lawrence.
Yeah.
We saved you a soul tonight. Thank us later.
Sure did.
Actually, that's wonderful news. How? I mean, I'm glad, but
I mind control her into giving up her bad habits and going to see you about
okay
things.
I didn't do that.
Hey, a soul is a soul. Right?
Well, what?
I gave her your card and said you'd help. Anson felt that wasn't good enough, apparently.
Okay, I'll get. Thank you.
That was
It's actually wonderful. So, Professor, does it look clear?
Yep, it seems to be fine.
Excellent.
Oh, very kind of
in
you,
case
Harper.
they call. Since it seems late, I'll head back and see if she shows. Try and head that off at the pass. Because I don't know. Yes.
D. It is D, right? That's still here?
Yes.
Still D. You can call your friend and let him know we got all but one of his coins back.
Oh, okay. I will go
He's
ahead
also my
and
friend.
give Asher a call.
I'm gonna say, yeah, it's Carrie's friend too, but
I'm like, to be fair, he's also my friend.
John Jacob
Okay,
Jacob.
but
understand.
like, Harper don't know that shit.
He's not my friend.
so he's overjoyed to hear that because at this point that means, as far as he's aware, as far as you guys have told him, the only things that are not accounted for are the dagger, one of the spell books, and the voodoo medallion, which is probably a mass market trinket and not actually magical anyways. Probably.
Well, I will tell him. I mean, the most valuable coin is missing still too.
It's not the most valuable coin.
Oh, I
there.
thought it was. I thought you said it was.
It's
Oh, no.
one of the most valuable. I mean, it's
Oh.
a valuable coin, but it's not the most valuable
Yeah.
coin that was in
But
there.
yeah, I mean, no, there is. Here's the quintuple eagle is missing. We've
Yeah.
got the rest.
And it's not. It's certainly not so valuable that like, well, the rest of the book was garbage. I only wanted that coin.
Yeah.
At least not from Asher's point of view. From someone's point of view, clearly it was, but
Yeah.
I'll bring it by here in a little bit.
okay. I was gonna say, we are already closed, and I wasn't going to open the back room tonight.
Okay, then I'll
could you
come by
bring it
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Hey, can I?
Oh, did you? Oh,
Yeah, can I?
here.
Hey, so we got we got it, but I'm gonna hold on to the fart magic book for a couple of days. I'll bring it in myself.
Okay.
Like, what? Cool, thanks. And then I pass the phone back.
All right. So, with that, as you guys try to figure out what your next step is, and Larry is heading back to the church, let's go ahead and take our quick break.
And we're back.
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for sticking with us through our little break. When we left our heroes, they had made contact with the Night Watch, tracked the Book of Coins down to an alleyway where they discovered an exsanguinated, very dead, broken body, and done some other stuff too. You guys have determined some other stuff. I just can't remember what else you had figured out.
Mostly, we've been incredibly ridiculous.
Mostly. So, back at the hotel headquarters, Larry was about to head back to the church to intercept the homeless woman that Anson and Harper had sent back there. And as Larry is getting up to leave, because, you know, he's one of those people who can't just poof out of the room. He actually has to, like, open the door and walk down the stairs. And
be normal about it.
Yep. Carrie, you start getting an alert from one of your subroutines that you have running to do some digging for you.
Okay. It sounds like Kim Possible, by the way.
Of course it does. And what you get is that from your digging into Josephine, through her ancestry, you know, information, you know, she did one of the 23andMe type DNA tests at some point, that on her mother's side, there is a clear line to the English Isles in coming over about 1700. So on her mother's side, at least, there it's a clean line back to England around the same time that Alice went missing.
You said the 1700s?
Or that date might be slightly off, but
I thought it was like the 1400s when.
Yes. So correct.
I swear I wrote it down.
Which means that so yeah, Josephine's family came over with the earliest, or not earliest, but some of the earliest settlers from England.
Like 1324 or something like that.
Yeah. So it would have been around 1400 that her family came here. But
okay.
Right. Yeah. No, she went missing in 1324.
Aha! See?
Yep.
But it doesn't have any ability to see like specific lineage. Like I'm making an assumption, not a direct correlation.
Yes, much more. I mean, you don't see Alice Keiteler listed in her ancestry,
right?
I mean, record keeping in 1324 was.
Yeah. But you can get a direct line that her family came over here from England in the early 1400s.
Okay. So
from the English Isles.
She'll just be like, "Hey guys, this seems kind of weird," and we'll kind of pull it up on her screen and kind of gather everyone around her little screen. I guess it's not very little; it's a relatively large screen, and just be like, "Hey, it seems kind of weird that Josephine's family, there's a direct lineage link all the way back to the English Isles in the 1400s. Isn't that?" And she'll look at Harper and be like, "Isn't that when Alice left or went missing around that same time?"
Yes. Would I have any concept of spirit possession and whether or not blood relation makes it easier?
I won't even make you roll for that. Absolutely, it would make it easier.
So that would explain the ease of the possession. And
It would also explain why it was so quick.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But
So then
also
maybe it
explain-
wasn't chance.
I mean, I think maybe
There's no way they got that lucky.
no. I think maybe Josephine was looking.
You think Josephine was looking?
She was a practitioner of
Possibly.
blood magic, so she has some familiarity with finding or tracing lineage, you'd think.
What was her for? What did she go to school for? Wrote that down. Hold on.
Wasn't it like early childhood development or
Oh
something?
yeah.
Yeah,
I was
early
like, is it
childhood.
useful? Did she go to school for something useful for this? So I'm thinking like if she at least went for like English lit or like something like maybe it would make sense that, you know, she stumbled upon her lineage. But I guess she could have stumbled upon it when she did the 23andMe.
Possibly.
So maybe the playing the dumb girl was just she needed participants.
Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. You're the tech whiz. You tell me if you can do something like this. Can you kind of remotely break into her computer history and like find out what she was looking at?
I mean, yes, but you guys have yelled at me for that. Are we making
I
an
mean,
exception?
To possessed individuals, probably.
I don't yell at anyone for anything, so whatever.
I mean, I'm not going to have her consent.
She's kind of dead, so
Okay. All right. So I guess that will be a technology check for me, I presume?
Yep.
Okay. I was like, technology, or did you want it to be more of an investigation? I mean, I would prefer
They're the same
technology
skill
because,
for you.
huh? Oh, they are the same now.
You have a plus 15 in both. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
so, I don't really care. Okay. I forgot. I'm like, the old character sheet, they weren't the same. So,
Yeah.
How about a 33?
I don't like it. You roll too high, you don't find anything.
Is that a criteria? Do I need to add that to my notes of things? If they roll higher than I want them to, they do not win.
Yes.
They do not win.
That's one of the first things you need to know as a GM.
Oh, okay.
No. In all seriousness. It's easy for you to get into, her OneDrive.
Yeah, she's an elementary school teacher wannabe, so I presume she doesn't know to not have her password be password 123.
I mean, it's not password 123, but it's easy to find. And it's just on everything's on her Microsoft OneDrive. What you
don't do that, guys.
Yeah, you will not see anything that suggests that she was researching her lineage or blood magic or anything occult at all. She has kind of an unhealthy interest in Joe Manganiello.
Oh, I mean, who doesn't, to be fair?
And some of the softcore porn that she reads is kind of disturbing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I was gonna go dark web too.
No. This is just what's in her OneDrive.
So she real dumb.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna write that in my notes.
She was rocking a solid 2.25 GPA.
Bless her heart.
C's get degrees, baby.
You will note two things though that are perhaps relevant.
Okay.
The first is in 2020, Josephine's father brought her to New Orleans as a graduation present, but after she graduated high school before starting at UMass.
Okay.
So
That was her first trip. That wasn't why she was there now, right?
I mean,
Okay.
as far as you can tell, she had never traveled really anywhere much.
Okay.
From, you know, but but yeah, her dad brought her there as a graduation present, and they spent about a week and a half in New Orleans, most of it in the French Quarter. And based on some of her Facebook posts, or not Facebook, but no, Facebook then. She doesn't use Facebook anymore, but Facebook was using Facebook then. You get the impression that dad looked the other way as she got very drunk for the first time at 18 in New Orleans. You would also know that in in late October of 2023, so just a few months ago, Josephine got an email telling, letting her know that she had a free trip to New Orleans this weekend, or this week. It was
like the trip that brought her here was like you
like
want a free giveaway.
You want a free giveaway.
Okay.
And she didn't. It actually seemed to be legit. There was a plane ticket waiting for her and 2 guests, and the hotel room was prepaid for, and there was a $250 Visa gift card waiting for them when they checked into their room.
So what? That bought them a round of drinks?
I mean, basically, but but the room, the flight was paid for, and so was the hotel room.
Okay.
I'm being really annoying and standing over your shoulder and going, hey, can we find out who and why?
I was literally just gonna look at that. Let me do the one thing I'm good at.
Okay, but I'm going to do the one thing I'm good at. I'm going to pester you.
Oh, don't sell yourself short. You're much better at stabbing people.
True.
So, where did the email come from?
So the email came from, well, you got a stupidly good roll on your it was masked, but you can trace it back to coming from the domain for the Théâtre du Vampire. It was an admin account from their webmaster.
So Wiki, with you not being able to spell, I don't know how to spell the vampire place. So I literally just keep putting vampire place. All of them. Because I'm like, I started spelling it like 4 different ways, and I was like, fuck it, vampire place. Like
you could just
so just remember when you're taking notes, you're the only one that really has to read it. So you write whatever you want.
What sort of strange cipher did the professor write these in? It's amazing.
Okay. What was I mean, I'm gonna be annoying now. Well, what did they use as the masking email? Like, did that have any relevance? Like, did they call it like, I don't know, like Spooky Trips Are Us?
No, it was masked to be one of the radio stations in Mississippi.
Okay. Like, I didn't know if like that also was kind of like a if you know kind of thing. Like,
no,
Get murdered are us.
yeah.
For a hero point, it can be
you're a
spooky
blood
trip.
cultist. Please come here. Like,
Do you want to join a cult?
yeah. Cults are us. Like, please come to us.
Do you want to join our cult? Circle yes or no.
White Nikes at drinkthekoolaid.com.
Yeah. Okay. And does she have anything else of any interest?
Not really. I mean, you can tell that Henry wasn't the only guy she was sleeping with, but
I mean, fair. It's kind of what college is for.
yeah.
Carrie is though going to make sure that Harper's not looking, and she's just gonna save some of that Joe porn
Oh no, I'm looking at everything.
into.
Anson is so close to giving it in my day speech. It's not even funny.
I'm just gonna think it real quiet.
I mean, the nice thing is that Anson has no idea what is popping up on the screen for Carrie.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, do you want that one too? You missed that one.
Harry just kind of looks at her and just says, "Shut the fuck up," and then also drags that one too.
Yeah.
On that note, you guys have a good night. I'm just gonna go back in.
Micah's just sitting, working on lesson plans.
A priest, a stabber, and from the past walk into a room, and the girl in the wheelchair makes them uncomfortable.
I'm not uncomfortable. We had porn in my day.
They show more than ankles, bud.
You had to put a nickel in the machine. You had to watch it with everybody else, but it's fine.
That doesn't make it better.
I think that might make it worse, actually.
And the door shuts, and out I go.
Micah just kind of looks up from the math lesson plan going, that's not what I was expecting over here.
That's not where I expected
Micah's
this.
just writing, and then the pen stops. And then, like, 15 seconds later, they look up.
I know,
What?
it's like they heard their kids in class just like gibberish porn. And just, I'm sorry, what? What are you guys talking about?
See, it's easier with the kids in class, honestly.
We're talking about numbers.
No, you are not. I know
The
numbers.
6 and the 9.
I'm sorry. Is it really porn if it's not painted on ceramic jars?
You see, this is why it's easier with the kids in class, because when
You know
I
what,
look
Harper,
them
you
in the
could've just-
eyes, they
You
shut
could have
up.
kept your damn mouth shut, Harper, is what you could have done.
Okay, I didn't say the word porn. I just said you missed one.
So anyways.
I don't want to know what you found.
Yeah, Carrie's face is just like fully bright red. Like
And no,
her
Mike's just gonna go
face
the
now
look.
matches the color of her like
We can
flaming
both
orange hair.
just agree that this conversation didn't happen.
So what the professor found is that we're going to go crack some heads at a certain vampire nightclub.
Why do I always
Yeah,
go back there?
it appears as though they lured her here. Whether the two men were specific in the lure is unknown. But she was specifically targeted with the intention of her bringing two people. So her bringing two people seems significant. So they had to be cannon fodder for something.
The blood magic. You need blood for blood magic. And if
But
you're
when
gonna,
they need her blood?
Shit. If you're gonna reincarnate somebody,
Normally there's a sacrifice or so.
right?
So did she sacrifice them then too early?
Well, no, I think probably right at the exact right time.
Oh, so you're thinking she sacrificed them with the intention of that's how she was possessed by the ghost.
I
Or the
mean,
spirit, or whatever the hell she wants to call herself.
Poltergeist.
could be.
Hmm.
No.
You're back at the church. Talk shield.
Yeah, you're not here.
Although to be fair, he could, if he wanted to, be listening in on his watch. So he-
No,
He does not
absolutely
want
not.
to.
He's listening to NPR and the church fan, just enjoying the normal.
Just vibing.
to be fair, the NPR I was listening to on the way home today was also talking about the human sexuality and the spectrum that it is. So you're not safe from NPR either.
So, the beautiful sound of silence. Got it? Just-
So do
Wait,
so
where-
we think the two gentlemen that she brought were just nothing more than
I
cannon
think if
fodder.
they were intentionally brought here, they wouldn't be dead.
Mm.
If they were needed for a specific.
That's my thought. If they were intentionally brought here, they wouldn't be dead in the basement of a hotel.
And I guess they would have probably they wouldn't have just been two guests. It would have been specific names of people.
I mean, unless it was specifically needed for just two schmucks to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Suck
for
if one
instance,
of them's her best friend.
Would anyone like to give me, I don't know, expertise magic, expertise occult?
Sure.
I would have
Sure.
any of those.
I'll make that
I can-
check.
Well, you can. Oh no, you can't make bardic knowledge at the moment, can you?
I mean,
I'm
I can,
done
but it
rolling.
wouldn't tell me anything
It
from
doesn't matter. I'm done
Oh no,
rolling.
guys!
Occult 28.
Magic doesn't work that way here.
Magic 22. It would have been so much easier once again if I just did my take 10. I was like, I'll try rolling again. We can do better, and then we just don't.
Yep. All right. So, purple.
Yeah.
Conjecture,
Mhm.
but Orpheus will be able to figure this out as well. It is likely that Josephine had some ability to possess and or control people on a temporary basis without needing blood to be spilled.
You mean Alice?
Or Alice, sorry, yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
The blood being spilled by the anathema seemed to coincide with the possession of Josephine. However, there was no other magic performed by Josephine Alice until after they slit the throat. So it is possible that the blood, or, if Alice's magic is blood magic, then it might not have been needed, the blood magic for the possession, but that might have been needed to charge up her magical batteries after the possession.
Okay. So that she could hold the possession, essentially.
Or do other magic.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was like, we lost somebody.
Yep.
Oh, hey, we all get to play someone else now.
Ooh.
Yep.
Oh, not all of us. Only some of us get to play someone else. Also, Aunt Puppy is not connected to audio yet.
Yeah,
Blood
Jimmy.
magic and shadow magic.
Oh my god. Okay.
Both of which are very well known for being light and fluffy and cuddly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So sorry about that. My computer died because apparently my plug no longer works to charge it. So yeah, I was not aware of that. So now I gotta go grab the other one.
That's a bad surprise.
Tour of Aunt Puppy's house.
Yeah, you guys. Oh, come on. Let's go.
So
Did we pass all the magics though? Did the magics all work?
Ish.
Oh,
Weren't
yeah.
we were doing a magic check, right?
we were, yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So the blood isn't necessarily connected to the possession. It's probably more likely connected to Alice charging up her powers after she possessed.
Okay. Oh, that's an ugly face. Okay. Whew. Okay, so she needed the boy's blood just to become whole again.
No, to power her magic.
Oh, to power her magic. Okay. Needed.
which still says they were non-specific.
Okay, so it could have just been someone that walked in. It didn't necessarily have to be those two.
Right.
Okay.
But you
Because
know,
again,
if she
if they
brings
were-
her own victims, it makes it easier for the people actually planning all of this.
Right.
look, I say, and then Harper stops and goes, "Where the hell did Larry go?"
Back to the church.
Can
How
you
we-
guys send somebody his way?
Well, we sent her to the church. I don't think he needs to be there.
Did you tell him that?
I didn't know I had to.
It's Larry.
It's a boy. You always have to tell him.
I resemble that.
Hey,
I thought I turned the radio off.
hey!
Oh, hey.
Why did you leave?
Just gonna go back and meet your mind-controlled lost soul and try and at least get her somewhere warm for the night and some food.
Cool. We're gonna go bust heads at the vampire nightclub. Okay, bye. Let's go.
Maybe we should wait for him.
He said he's going back to his church and doing stuff.
You didn't really give him an option to join in, and he didn't really know what was going on. So,
Larry,
Yeah. Oh, hey.
do you want to join us or not?
You have a plan more than just go in and break things.
No,
it's
no one
Harper.
does.
But if you'd like to come by and help us plan,
There's entirely too much planning in this group.
Harper, you would think that if there was any planning at all ever.
Fair.
Quackers at that point says, "Yes, I agree. We should stop listening to everyone else and you should just go to the club."
Is that like everyone here, Quacker, or
No, that's just a Harper message.
No,
okay?
I agree.
I
We
have
should
to-
head to
I
the
have
club.
to
though.
ask.
Look, why
You
don't
know, if you're gonna reverse psychology me, I'm just gonna think you're reverse psychologying me, and then I'm gonna be reverse psychology, and then we're just gonna stay here anyway because it's gonna be like a loop. So why don't you just shut the fuck up?
Okay, I was
Not
gonna...
you, Larry. Larry.
I think Quackers is talking to her.
Uh-huh.
Why don't you go at least scout out maybe some of the people we need to deal with so we can get the innocent ones out of the way, and then we'll go bust heads. Yes?
Jesus, Anson. You couldn't even kind of help with magic.
Look, it doesn't work the way it works in my home dimension.
True.
Sorry, everything just finally popped back on. So now I'm seeing it. I'm just like, ugh.
I'm doing the best I can.
Yep.
I mean, I'll get a hold of someone and I'll turn around if the intent is to go and break heads.
I
It
mean-
seems like it is.
Okay.
Orfeo could go in. I mean, he's well known and well liked at the club.
I could go in too as Micah.
Carrie could also just send a drone in.
Just identify targets and then we'll go in. Plus, if this witch is using this as a base, maybe Micah, you, and Anson could maybe set a tripwire or something to let us know when she goes back. So maybe we can catch her there and not destroy the hive before the queen bee's there. I take it from the silence the calls dropped. Okay, I'm turning around.
Just thinking. That would be a ritual. It would be hard to set up that.
I mean, we have a little bit of time.
It's less time to set up a ritual, I think, and more time to set up the ritual there without them, giving you a confused look of why you're setting up a magical tripwire.
Could you use one of,
I mean, if you have the resonance, and this is outside of my depth, so
Resonance is a completely different group.
Ah, got it. But if you know what kind of magic she's using and the spell she's been using to get around, you could put something there that lets just something that notifies you when that goes off in the vicinity of it, and then we'll know she's there. It could also give you a chance to put countermeasures up to keep her from using it to get away.
I mean, I repeat, I know what she used to at least get there, but it's a matter of, once again, setting it up without looking suspicious.
Could you do it with could you do it on one of my drones? On just a smaller scale?
Instead of setting the ritual up at the location, set it up on an
Set
island.
it up on my drone, and we'll bring that in.
Hey, GM, can we do that?
Maybe.
I mean, my plan is at some point in time to be able to harness everyone's tracking ability into the drones.
I mean, I can try to
You've
set
never
up
tried that, so you're not sure.
I can try to set up a ritual and see if I can, I guess, put it on the drone. And then see if we can move it.
Yeah, because what requirement of, what is, do you just need to put symbols in a certain location? Does it need to have things set up?
So Demi is too tired to explain. It's, as far as at least I've understood the readings to be, ritualist means that it needs to have, the ritual, including, circle part of it. So, runes and stuff. I don't know if I'm right, though. But, because all of Micah's magic comes from math, it makes sense to me that it would all be, written.
Yeah, I was thinking equation-based. If you could put the equations on the drone, we put it in place, you could pop in there and activate it without having to go through the doing it while you're there. It would already be there.
Yeah, that's a GM question because I'm not able to answer that. I don't know the rules that well, man.
Okay, so
I just love that when they said their magic is based on math, it kind of sounded more like magic is based on meth.
That's what I heard first.
Too. It depends on who you're asking.
All right, so the way Ritualist works, you need to spend time designing the ritual. Then you need to perform the ritual. Once the ritual has been performed, it doesn't necessarily have to be used immediately. In the same way that a invention doesn't have to be used immediately after it has been invented. It's good for use in one scene. That said, I would rule that you absolutely could put basically an alarm rune on one of Carrie's drones as long as you roll well.
Because I'm also an artificer. Did I say that right?
Let's go, artificer.
Yeah, so that's why I'm thinking, I'm like, this would be the perfect time to kind of utilize.
Yeah, absolutely.
For a mixture of the abilities.
That is exactly what that ability is for. Except, of course, I need to actually pull it up because the rules for artificing is different than the rules for inventing for some stupid reason.
I have both, so...
Alex, you should do something about that.
I have Ritualist and Artificer, so...
Yeah, I have Inventor. Oh, I have Ritualist too! Go us!
Fun fact, we are doing something about it at the in the Valiant Adventures role-playing game that you can back on Kickstarter now.
They've met their goal.
They have.
We would like to reach a lot more of our goal, please.
All right, let me pull it up real fast.
If you'd like to see an example, find Alex's stream with the Good People Penny Arcade. They did a little play test.
was a ton of
It was
fun.
great.
There's a whole T-Rex.
I've seen it. In this game, though, Larry will ask, so will someone tell me how mad is Harper right now that I took away punching because I'm worried?
She's kind of mad.
All right,
Yeah,
so
sounds right.
a
Average
ritual.
on the Harper scale.
The design portion of a ritual takes 4 hours per PowerPoint of the ritual's cost. We're probably looking, without me pulling up Hero Lab and figuring out exactly, probably looking at somewhere between a 3 and 4 point effect. So you're looking at 12 to 16 hours worth of design time. The performance of the ritual takes 10 minutes per point of the ritual's cost. So again, you're looking at between 30 and 40 minutes.
We're looking at like about half a day or more to actually get it going.
Correct. Now, you can jury rig a ritual, which lets you skip the design check, and you can do the ritual in a number of rounds equal to its cost. So you'd be looking at a DC of either 18 or 19, and it would take you between 3 and 4 rounds, so, under a minute. But you'd have to spend a hero point to do that.
I wish Tui was here because then we could have teamwork.
Where is Tui?
He's at my lab.
Oh, you just left him there?
He stays at my lab.
Oh, what does he do when
Yes.
there's nobody there?
Scares the students.
He cleans.
That's the adventure
And
I
then-
want to see.
Yeah. You can also shorten the design check by increasing the difficulty by 5 to reduce it by 1 time rank. So having the time, basically.
Okay. So my question is, what do I need to do?
Okay.
What am I rolling? How am I rolling? How long is this going to take? How am I going to tell everybody how long it's
If
going to
someone
take?
wants to spend a hero point, it can be done in a matter of under a minute.
Spend the hero point.
If you don't want to spend a hero point, it could be done. Like I said, you guys, especially if you're team working it, could probably take a -10 to the check and do it in half of 16 would be 8. Another half of that would be 4 hours worth of time.
And what is it still like 5, 6 o'clock? So like people wouldn't really be joining the club until.
I mean, it's
then
probably closer
anyway.
to 8 or 9 at this point, but
Okay.
on the other hand, if you want to, put it into the club when people aren't there, that might actually be preferable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I would also point out that a rule that I personally believe in is that once you've done a design check, that you can keep that in your library and not have to do the design check again. You just have to do the construction check or the performance of it. So like earlier when you guys were tracking the spell, I assumed that was a ritual already in Muse's library, so they just needed to do the 40 minutes of casting time.
Okay. Okay.
I'm a big believer in, you can't tell me later on that you've got this in your library, but I am willing to accept a certain number of prepared spells already in your library, because that makes sense. You would have done that before.
So what do you think, Muse? Do you think it'll work?
I think we're experimenting with something I've never experimented with before.
But isn't that the fun of magic? Oh, Carrie wouldn't say that. Carrie walks that back.
No, you would not say that.
Anson
not say
raises
that.
all of his eyebrows.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't. Yeah, Carrie wouldn't say that. Strike that from the record. Carrie did not say that out loud.
Did Anson just turn into a biblical angel?
Occasionally.
So It's also important to note that you can do a routine check on a ritual, but not on a jury-rigged ritual.
It could work. I just don't know if it will.
Why don't if from the corner where Harper has just retreated to a corner and she's now like pulling shit out of her backpack and going through all of the random crap that she stole.
That's never
From the,
unsettling.
She's just going through all the random crap she stole from the nightclub. The little,
sweet.
coffin room.
Oh, the party decorations, yeah.
Yeah. She's like, why don't you just call Eastman?
Who?
The person on Dutch's team.
Mm.
The ritualist.
Who uses magical objects all the fucking time. He might
Or-
have a tip or two.
More importantly, rituals. Yes. Good idea.
He might
then I
have
go
something
back
already
to-
ready.
Exactly.
And then I just go back to digging through my backpack.
Carrie, can you call him?
Sure. And she'll dial him up on her computer. Well, she'll try and video call him, assuming he won't answer a video call, but
From you, he will.
oh, for me, he will? Mm.
Henry is in his lab back in the pit. And yeah, what do you need? What's up, Carrie?
So we're attempting to try and track an entity that has moved into the club, and we are looking to use our and we're looking to use my drone in a ritual that we can kind of let it ping us when it comes about. But
So-
we don't want to be completing the ritual in the location because there will be people and it could be suspicious and we could be caught, but we'd like to do it ahead of time, planting my drone in its place.
Yeah, sure. No, that's totally doable.
Awesome. Can you walk us through? Do you have something ready made for that?
I don't have any such, like, I don't have it prepared, but I could send you my notes.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Okay. Yeah, and you get a file attachment.
Woohoo!
Bing. Also, Carrie has the "you got mail" thing, so whenever she gets an email, it says "you've got mail."
Of course.
Fun fact. She likes retro.
So yes, with Henry's notes, you guys can do it in 40 minutes as long as you can make a combined DC 19 expertise magic.
Okay, so I'm
Wait, I
dumb. What
think-
does that mean? We
I-
we just each have to roll a 19 or above?
yes, which I think Muse you. No, it's not jury rigging. So if you're going to take the 40 minutes, so you can take 10 on it because you've got skill
Yep.
mastery. What do you get with taking 10 on expertise sacred math?
25.
So then, yes, you can take 10 and easily do it. It'll just take you about 40 minutes following Henry's notes.
Carrie will offer up Marcia to be the one that you use for this. She felt like Jan wouldn't be good enough, so she picked Marcia.
So you
Oh my
basically
God, are they
want
all
the-
named after the Brady
Marcia,
Bunch?
Marcia.
So you
They
want
are indeed.
you want the ritual to basically alert you if someone uses the crooked path of Karkatos to teleport into or out of the club.
Correct.
Okay, yeah. Easily done.
Right? That's what we want to do?
Yep.
That way then we know when she's there. Team.
Yeah.
Or you know when someone uses that spell to get in or out of the club. Yes.
Right.
Yep.
Then yes, that is exactly what we would like to do.
Okay.
I love this plan. I see no way it could go wrong.
Nope. Not remotely.
Your alarm goes off because Seven has suddenly teleported into the club.
I hope it
You
doesn't.
got someone to punch.
I
Where
hope
is
it
Seven
doesn't
right now?
fall
I
on you,
forget.
dude.
Is she in another?
Seven's
is-
in the netherworld.
Okay, that's what I thought.
She's back being
That's-
queen again.
The
Queen of the
Netherworld's
Netherworld.
just a bar like 2 streets over. It's no big deal.
Okay, so what do you need? Muse, what do you need from me? Or Micah? Would you prefer Micah or Muse?
Both right now.
Okay.
I mean, it's a
Muse.
matter of it's a secret identity thing. I've
Okay.
gained the title of Muse, but my name is still Micah.
I was gonna say, I guess if you with taking 10, you can get a 25. You could also go ahead and reduce the time by twice, so to 10 minutes.
Please.
Yeah. I know technically it's not having it, it's having the time ranks, which doesn't always line up exactly, but
Ideally, it's supposed to be half.
huh?
Ideally, when a rank decreases, it decreases by half or increases by half.
Right. Just doesn't always actually work out
Yeah.
that way because of how large of a range the ranks can have. But yeah, so you can make it 10 minutes.
So what do I need to roll anything?
No, I mean if you want to aid, you could, but then she can't take 10.
Okay, then I will not do that. I will just offer Marcia as the sacrifice.
There you go.
Poor Marcia.
I mean,
All right.
hopefully this doesn't break her.
Shouldn't. So yeah, you spend 10 minutes carving runes onto Marcia.
Oh no, you carved them in Marcia? I thought you were just gonna paint them on Marcia.
Mother, why have you allowed them to deface me so?
I mean, you
It
can buff
hurts,
that.
Mother. It hurts.
Oh god.
Why did you put pain receptors on my chassis?
I was just saying, I feel like Carrie would be sitting there like watching it happen and just going, "Oh god," like just like perpetually like cringing as you just like aggressively carve into her poor Marcia. Marcia.
Someone
Thing
finds
is,
Marcia and goes, "What
because of
kind
the
is this?
blade-
This is a Sony or oh, it's an Eldritch Horror. Okay, it's a weird drone name."
Like, and the thing is, like, the blade and the composition of the drone sounds like nails on a chalkboard too.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Mhm. She's so
Right.
sad right now.
So you have your drone booby trap, and we will pick up with how you guys plan on getting that into the club next time. So with that said, thank you all for joining us tonight. Around our network, we will be dark tomorrow night.
No, we'll be here
Yeah.
tomorrow night.
We will.
Yeah,
I
Titan
thought we
City.
weren't.
Titan City's coming back tomorrow night.
You weren't listening when I was trying to get that answered earlier.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
All right. So I stand corrected. Around our network tomorrow night, Titan City will be back. And at the same time or thereabouts, Wiki and Joe are going to be making a guest appearance over at the Masks and Mayhem stream. On Thursday, we will be launching a brand new game and stream as Brian is taking a very different D&D 5e game into Planegea. Not Pangea, Planegea. Figure it out.
Or just watch.
Or just watch.
Yeah. I get to
We
be a very
will-
grumpy halfling who doesn't talk.
Yeah, who all's playing in that? I don't actually know.
Wiki, me, Cat, Calvin, and Deuce.
All right.
If I
So-
miss somebody, forgive me. My brain's tired.
Sounds legit.
No, I think that's it.
We will hopefully have a new blog post up on Thursday. And Friday on the Patreon, the next 3 chapters of Nobody's Hero will be available for your reading pleasure. If you would like to read that or enjoy all of the other cool stuff that we have on our Patreon, you can support us at patreon.com/Untold Stories Project. There's all sorts of good and interesting writing, character sheets, sneak peeks of art, random musings, lots of cool stuff. And, you can also make sure that we feel like, oh, people are actually watching us and want to see us do more of this. So, heroes, does anyone... I'm going to give you all a chance to say goodnight and plug anything else you'd like to plug. And I will start with Brandon.
Nothing to plug as usual. So, as always, be kind to people, especially yourself. Deuce?
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. However you do, as watch us live, we appreciate it. Appreciate the comments. Those who watch it after the fact, tell us how terribly inappropriate we are, and we'll be loving it anyway. Don't forget, our code USP North. Save yourself some money on some extra cool dice. And if you're like some of our characters and like Joe Manganello or Joe Manganello porn, remember, be cool. Joe doesn't like speedsters either. Don't be a speedster. And with that, we'll pass it to Alex.
No, I'm making a face right now.
I know. I really thought he was like with the Joe Magnelli, Maganelli, whatever. The Joe porn.
Mango Jello.
I really thought he was just gonna be like, "There you go, and puppy, Joe porn."
Yeah, I just want to throw a quick shout out. If you are a fan of Mutants and Masterminds, we are running a Kickstarter right now for the Valiant Adventures role-playing game, which is an adaptation of 3rd edition Mutants and Masterminds for the Valiant comic book universe. It is a wonderful project that I've spent the last 2 or 3 years working on. And it's got a bunch of new rules for Mutants and Masterminds that I think are really good, and I hope you get the chance to play them. Even if you're not interested in Valiant, there's a lot of cool new M&M rules, and we have a bunch of M&M add-ons like physical hero point tokens, player character journals, GM journals, neoprene playmat, all sorts of fun stuff that you can get exclusively through the Kickstarter. We'll only be printing what we need for the Kickstarter, so that's the place to get it. Yeah, so check that out if you haven't had the chance to yet. And I'll pass it over to Wiki.
Yeah, so if you aren't watching here tomorrow night, maybe watch over there. And if you're watching here, watch over there later. And then come back on Thursday. And that's all I've got. Deuce?
Hey, it just did mine, so I'll do it again. Thank you so much for watching.
Oh, wait. Right. I was so confused by the whole Joe thing. Yeah, puppy?
No, I already got to talk about Joe porn, so I mean that was enough for me. No, I don't really have anything. So ditto to what everybody else said. And Jemmy.
Take care of yourselves. I love you all. Be smart. Don't start a fire in your house.
Or do you just know what to do?
No, I still stand by don't start a fire in your house. But I guess if you do, at least then you know what you're doing.
I mean, lighting a candle is technically starting a fire in your house.
I
Smoke.
don't light an uncontrolled fire.
That's
Smokey
the
Bear
best
doesn't
way to
like
know
it
what it's like
either
to
way.
keep fire as a pet.
We love you all. Stay safe. And speaking of fire, that reminds me of a very fun speedster on the podcast. You should go, catch up on as we try to find a time to schedule. Play a speedster. I think that's that.
So, Jemmy was just alluding to the fact that they managed to start a fire in our house over the weekend. But then they also managed to show remarkable poise and control and self-awareness and quick reflexes, and managed to put it out without causing significant property damage or causing any harm to anyone in our house. So we're actually all super, super proud of Jemmy. I wasn't going to bring the fire up on the stream, but since you did,
I decided, I was like, they haven't
you
teased
played
me.
yourself.
I know, I was like, they haven't teased me for it, but they're eventually going to end up teasing me another time when it's already long past when the fire was lit. But So I might as well. They haven't teased me for it now. I might as well get it over with before they make a joke about it, and everyone in chat goes, "What do they mean?"
Yeah. And also on the subject of being a proud papa,
No.
I'm going to call out the fact that Jemmy this past weekend at a Irish dance competition managed to qualify for regionals in both rounds of their competition. So we're very, very proud of them. They got to be up on the podium twice, and yay, because they're awesome, and I'm very proud of them.
Jimmy
So
set the house on fire and the stage on fire. It's awesome.
yeah,
In the same day.
in the same day. So that is it for those of us here at the Untold Stories Project. Until next time, be careful out there and make sure that you don't run into something in the dark. Bye.
Dun dun dun. And we're off.